ish, please. If anyone's there, let me know. This is coming out okay. I did some testing, trying to make sure it all worked, and it sounded okay, but I don't know. I don't know. Mainly the audio was the only thing that was specifically like the music. I was trying to get that, but it turns out like here, let me get the actual music that's playing right now into this. If I adjust like the actual video player, like as you can see, like it goes down. I know that's crazy, but it goes down for you guys, and I didn't realize that. So, yeah, I'm gonna crash or increase it, but yeah. So that's what that looks like. And then yeah, and then it's just making sure the audio is okay. I've had some audio issues in the past, so I'm just gonna make sure that is perfectly fine. Anything else? I made this, the little thingy, the graphic. That's what that's called nowadays. So come at me if you don't like it, but yeah. I made that. That took a little. I think that took like an hour to get done, but yeah, we're gonna be going. Like as you can see, like when I scroll down, that's the teams we're going to. So this is the first game we have ready. We have 8 games we're gonna go through, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time, and yeah, I'm just waiting until 9, and then we can get this thing going. So skip about 5 minutes or so if you want me to actually start going through it and whatnot. But for those of you who are probably watching this after that. But yeah, I hope I'm not too harsh on anyone. That is obviously like, I think I'm gonna lower it just a teeny tiny bit. But yeah, please don't be mad at me if I hate on your team. That's not really what I'm trying to do. I'm really just, I speak aloud. It is, I love Balatro, I could go to my Steam right now and show you, like, I have like 400 hours on that game. Like, compared to Pokemon, I think I'm somehow better at Balatro. Somehow. But yeah, I have C++, and I got that game ate at me last semester, and the summer semester, and now, and the fall semester, and yeah. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna be too harsh. I'm gonna try not to be too harsh on anybody, but yeah, what I want to do is I want to look at the matchup. I'm gonna try and analyze it and try and say, okay, who's coming to the matches? Some of them I already know, right? Like one of these is mine, obviously, so I know who I'm gonna bring, but still, I think it's a good exercise to kind of see, okay, what is a big threat that my opponent has to deal with? What is something I have to deal with? What is my lose con? How do I lose this game? As well as how do I win this game, right? And just because, like, for example, Megalop doesn't have a great matchup against Venusaur, right? Venusaur can stay in, recover on it. Obviously, now that I think Megalop has SD, can't really do that anymore, but at least in this league, doesn't have SD, so Mega Venusaur can counter this, right? Just because Megalop gets countered by one Pokemon does not mean Megalop should not come or Megalop should not be a game plan. If only one Pokemon has a good matchup, that means or if one Pokemon only has like one bad matchup they have to deal with, that Pokemon should come, and your goal should be just get rid of that one Pokemon, because then your Pokemon will. That's pretty much what I'm gonna be trying to doing, because that is something that I've been struggling with as of late. But also just looking at like, okay, what does well, what doesn't do well, all that stuff. But yeah, it's 9 o'clock. So let's get into it. So we have the Band Brigade taking on the Sneaky Zorks. This is a very interesting matchup because I think this was a top rated team for me. These were two very similar rated teams for me. I think I had them at around 6, and I think I had these dead middle, like 8 or 9. Um, Sneaky Zorks has a very like just really, maybe this was my #1 team. I don't know. I don't remember. Um, Sneaky Zorks has a very, very balanced, very, very Volt-turny core team. So they want to be getting in their threats as much as they can. Obviously, Zoroark is going to do a decent job at disguising. I don't know if it's the greatest this matchup, but Megalop, as I was saying, looks absolutely insane. There's not a lot that can really stop it from clicking a button or from preventing it from U-turning, right? So I think Megalop has to come, obviously. Torn-T looks fine. Mamo, obviously, is always going to look good as a breaker, especially if it's like Light Orb. Iron Valiant looks very threatening. You have Volcanion, so I guess it's not too threatening. I mean, physical actually looks really good, yeah. So I don't know what the Iron Valiant check is, if it's just prey on Torn-T, but if it's mixed Valley, which it probably will be, a mixed Valley. You know, that could cause an issue. So maybe like AV. I mean, I love AV Alola, but AV Alola Muck is something I would consider this matchup. Scarf Gardevoir, not the worst thing in the world, if you can deal with Mega Hammy, then try to find a way to deal with it, right? Whether that's Torn or baiting with Mega Lopunny and Zoroark, but I think these 3 Mon should come. I think Volk should come. I think Muck should come, and then probably Zong should come. And on the other side of things, Valley looks incredible into this team, like I was saying. I think, I mean, look at this team, right? It's obviously going to be at least, you know, 5 of these 6, right? But something I was noticing, and also I do know how this game went, but something I did notice was Pikachu actually looks very good. Like, Pikachu is just an endgame Pokemon, looks really good. There's Electivire, which obviously has Motor Drive, which kind of stops it in place, but Mamoswine, which doesn't want to take a Surf, that's like it. Pikachu actually has a very good matchup, so I wouldn't be surprised if if the rat came. Hammy doesn't look horrible. You would want to get spikes up on a team like this, but at the same time, I could see maybe not bringing it. But I think maybe you leave Mega Venu home because Torn-T. Yeah, I think Volcanion. Yeah, there's so many things that look good into Mega Venu. So I think Valley, Latios, Iron Treads, Pikachu. I think these 6 will come. So crazy that Pikachu is being considered, but yeah. So let's get right into this matchup. I think it's seen. Is it just seen? It's just seen. So let me. Sorry. Okay. So Mega Venu instead of. Oh my God, who was it? Mega Venu instead of. I'm cheating. Instead of Latios? Wow. Okay. I thought Latios looked really good, but maybe the Zong matchup, and you're bringing Knock, I assume, and stuff like that. Megalop. No Gardevoir. I think this is pretty much what I said, right? Yeah, that's pretty much. I said these guys. I think I said Volcanion, Alola Muck, and then maybe I said Mamo. I don't know. But no Mamo, or no Alolan Muck, which is kind of I think Alolan Muck doesn't look bad this matchup, but that's just my opinion. And yeah, so let's get into this. So probably, I mean, I just assume lead Hammy, right, and lead Blob. It's kind of what I'm assuming. Oh, lead Mamo, Bite of 87, crazy reference. But yeah, Ceaseless Edge. Is this like band? Oh, that makes sense. So this is Scarf then. So that's Scarf. Do they have a switch in? No. So yeah, so they're just gonna let it go down. I think that's interesting. I don't really like Hisui and Zoroark's matchup this time around, so I'm kind of not the biggest fan. This is gonna take no. Oh yeah, I was gonna say no Terra. Yeah, no Mega. Um, Mega comes out. It's gonna Synthesis obviously, or Knock. I said Knock. I said Knock was probably gonna come this matchup for the Zong because this team doesn't really deal with it that well. Physical, unfortunate miss. Physical Bronzong is a play. No rocks, I guess, right? Rocks should go up, but we're just clicking Zen Headbutt, even though we know it doesn't kill. I don't know why we are doing that, but, and an unfortunate miss, but, like, to be fair, like, that, I mean, you click it so many times, it's bound to happen. Good knock, very good knock on it, though it's not really that impressive when it's like, yeah, what else are you gonna click? Terabagos comes in on this, so this is the Torn counter. It's probably boots. It's not Life Orb, right? We had a spin up. Terabagos. Is it Terabagos time? No. No. Yeah, I guess you always do just have this. I guess that's true. And you had the spikes up. They don't have. I mean, unless this is defog, right? Poison. Unless this is defog, they have no removal. And Hammy can get it up all the time, and they're not even going to try and remove it. So, unless they click defog now? No, so they're not even going to try to remove it. I don't think Torn has defog on this set. Yeah, I don't know why it has Psychic. I know it does have defog. I don't know why it doesn't have Psychic or Psychic Noise. Psychic Noise is like a hard counter for this set. I don't know. Torn's going to pick up the kill, though. It pretty much did its job, because look at Lop's HP, like... yeah, pretty good. And this is obviously Scarf, so yeah, you can't lose the Lop there, but you also, I mean, you could have went Zong and sacked it. Unfortunate miss there, as you get it. So a little bit of a misplay there. You should know how much, you should obviously be running calcs at this point, or at the very least you should, you know, have ran calcs beforehand. You should know how much you're gonna take, so EQ should have always been the play there, or body press is something. But you should have known. You should have known. You shouldn't have let it take that much, because if this miss is very impactful if Zong is at 100%, right? Because what really switches in, Valley switches it very well, but like even then you have Zong, but yeah, Valley looks really good from this point out. But Pikachu also does. Yeah, there's no Pikachu switch in. Oh my god, Pikachu's gonna get some kills. Yeah, E-Speed, T-Bolt, crit, I don't think it mattered. You're physically defensive, and then this is obviously gonna live because it's Pikachu, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Pikachu's gonna clean up. I don't think it was played very well, this matchup. I think you could have done a lot more, even with just this team, right? Like, I didn't think Hisui and Zoroark was that good this matchup, but like, you could have brought Sign Noise on Zong, because I'm like 99% sure it gets Sign Noise, but you should have ran Rocks on it, especially, well, I guess not on this team, but like, there's no Venu answer on this team besides Torn, but you let your Zong get chipped so much that like, it just didn't make sense. Oh, this was like for but yeah, I don't like how this game was played. I think it was very passively played, whereas this team didn't even play that aggressive. They just like, they knew what they were built for, right? Like Vino was hard defensive, right? Like Hammy was hard offensive, and Valley probably was mixed, and Pikachu was cleaner, right? Like, they didn't have to do much. Like, they didn't even bring in 2 of their mods. Like, so, great game. I also know this coach, and he's pretty good at the game, so, you know, him having 6 Pokemon is not really going to make a big difference. So, anyways, moving on. We have, this matchup. We have, let me switch it back. Okay, perfect. Thank God there's no things right there, but we have Looney Ludicolo's going up against the Pachirisu players. This is another game. Oops. I actually watched, or not another game. This is the first game I watched. And this is definitely an interesting it was an interesting game. Let me put it like that. It was a very interesting game. Um, Masquerada looks fine. I mean, it looks, yeah, it looks fine. I mean, Knock is pretty free on this whole team. Um, the only issue is like Scolipede, but even then, like you have a Tusk, you have an Overquill, right? So, um, I think you'll be fine physically. The really only thing that I'm like worried about a little bit is T-Tar with Sand, or sorry, Excadrill with Sand, because like Tusk is gonna have to like be this defensive anchor for, at the very least, Drill, Tyranitar, and Scolipede. And that's not going to go well, right? You also have Ogerpon to deal with, so there's just a lot of offensive threats, but like, I don't know, screens could be nice, not screens, webs could be nice in this matchup just to, you know, get a speed advantage on Ogerpon or get a jump on Ogerpon. I don't mind Scarf Tusk here. I've become a very big fan of Scarf Tusk in recent days. It just looks very, like, why wouldn't you click a Headlong Rush or an Earthquake here, right? And you have Ice Spinner to make predictions. Scarf Manaphy also looks fine. Like, there's a lot of mons that look fine as just like leaning. It's just like, how do you get through this game offensively, right? Like, you know what actually probably just wins on the spot? Like, Calm Mind, Sub, Aura Sphere, Stored Power Latias, or something akin to that. I don't see what switches into that mod extremely well. Like Mence is really the only thing, but if you get Mence down, I mean that just unlocks the whole game. So that would probably be the set. That would be the win con slash breaker of this team, and then you could run a Scarf guy. You could run, you know, have Sylveon switch-ins. No BP is kind of unfortunate for a mon like Sylveon that wants to, you know, get up a wish and BP out. But yeah, I just think Scarf Tusk looks really good against this team, or like at least offensive Tusk with Rapid Spin looks very good into this team. So I'd imagine something like that would come. Manaphy looks fine, Latias looks fine. Masquerada is borderline like not great, just because like yes it's faster than everyone, and yes it actually does a decent amount to Scolipede. I'm pretty sure like probably 50% if it's like Life Orb or something, Masquerada. But like Ogerpon, Thundurus, Salamence, kinda get rid of it or neutralize it at the very least. So Overquill looks good as just checking shit, but there's just so much you have to check, and I don't think this team has enough to really check it. I think Delmise looks pretty good as well. Like, I don't think Houndstone comes against your team because you have Tusk, you have Overquill, especially Overquill. So I don't think Houndstone comes, but Delmise doesn't look bad. Like I said, webs might be something to consider, especially because you're probably facing against defensive Mence. Cramorant, yeah, no, I got nothing for Cramorant. On this side of things, like I said, I think endgame is always going to be Drill T-Tar, because those two just look really good into this team. They really don't have a lot to stop this combo besides Tusk and Delmise, and I guess Vikavolt maybe, but it's probably Rock Slide, so probably, yeah, probably not. So I think that could be really good. I think AV Annihilate might not be a bad bring, so that you can kind of 1v1 Latias a little bit better, or Scarf Annihilate also looks pretty good. Scolipede as a sweeper doesn't look great, so maybe lead Scolipede doesn't look bad. I'm never a Smeargle fan, but I know this person is the type to bring Smeargle and get up hazards and just, you know, not deal with the consequences, so I could imagine Smeargle coming. So probably Drill, T-Tar, Annihilate, Mence, Smeargle. Is that 6? That's 5. That's 5. So then probably Thundurus, probably Ogerpon. Probably Ogerpon. But very intriguing team. Very intriguing team. Thundy's not bad either. Thundy looks actually very good as well. So kind of a tough matchup. You have to prep for a lot of things, but I think if you play it well, you should be able to at least, you know, make it a good game. But yeah, let's get into this game. So, this is a very intriguing. Is this literally what I said? I did not remember that they brought. Okay, wow. So besides the Ments, I think, right? The Ments I kind of got rid of, but Tusk, Delmise, Overquill, Manaphy, Latios, Sylveon. So no webs, no Meow. So yeah, so this is pretty much what I was thinking of. But yeah, probably Tusk versus Smeargle, or maybe Smeargle versus Overkill, right? Like you lead Smeargle every time. So, oh no, own tempo. But yeah, T-spikes go up on webs, spikes go up, rocks. Why you're just gonna let that happen? Okay, and then you let the mortal spin happen too. T-Tar comes out for free. Are we gonna get up a spike for no reason? We are gonna get up a spike for no reason. So Tusk should be a free switch in. Probably should not even think about it too much and just click CC. On D-Dance, yep, so you should click CC. You should click CC. Because why would if I'm the opponent, right? If I'm you, I'm thinking, or sorry. If I'm Wrath, what am I thinking right now? I have to be thinking, okay, it clicked D-Dance. Why would it run D-Dance against me, right? Like I have a great Tusk. Why would they run D-Dance? Surprised Miracle doesn't have stomachs. Yeah, we talked about that after the match, but yeah, very surprising for it not to have that. Very, it's interesting. This has been a very interesting season to start with, but you got to be thinking, why would they have D-Dance if I have a Tusk? If I have really, if I have a Tusk, why would they have D-Dance, right? Because you would have to have Rock move, Dark move, Ground move, right? That covers the Overquill, switch in, but like, you have to know that it's gonna run some kind of coverage against you. You just have to know that, like, intuitively. And if you are gonna stay in, you can't spin. You just can't spin this turn. You have to click CC. You have to play aggressively. And I don't like that, because now T-Tar is pretty much in this game. I don't know how they actually stop T-Tar. Now it's +2 speed, so this outspeeds knock kills. So I don't know how they stop T-Tar, because now Tusk is low. The match is literally just right here. Like, this just ends the game. Like, if you click CC, the game is still alive, but you have to be thinking, why would T-Tar come? Why would T-Tar be a D-Dance set this week? Not like, you know, Thunder Wave or Rocks or whatever. Why would it be that? Or like Utility with Knock and all that. Why be D-Dance, right? It's because this mon is gonna have to have a coverage move to hit Tusk, right? Like, it just is gonna have to have that, right? And even then, this could be an Aqua Tail Knock edge, but like, unlucky to not get a poison here, but like, was that gonna save you? Let's be real here. Is that gonna save you? Like, I think this living too, so you kind of sacked everything for nothing, but also this not killing. Yeah, and unfortunately you don't get the burn, but like, again, like, and this was actually quick attack. That was in the game. I said it as a joke, but like, it actually was quick attack. So maybe if you get the burn, it matters, but like, yeah, no, this game's actually just over. So so yeah. Moral of the story, think about coverage. Think about coverage. And also, if something that you don't think is setting up in your face, you should probably think about why it's setting up in your face. And you should properly, you know, click a button into it. Yeah. It was, because, like I was saying, I don't know what these sets were. I don't think I got the Poke Paste for literally any of these teams besides my opponent. But like offensive Tusk was amazing here. So that's why I'm like, you gotta address the threat, man. You gotta click CC because you're just gonna open up this game for T-Tar, right? Because, or sorry, for Tusk, because now they don't have Sand. They can't abuse Sand on this team, right? They can't have Weather Ball Thundy shenanigans, right? Like, we need to be thinking a little bit ahead. So, but either way, good match from someone who I didn't think would. I thought this team would not do well. So, nice 6-0, and that's kind of you guys will see, but that is kind of the theme of this week. Is that teams are just doing their thing and it's working. So you guys did not see that. You guys literally did not see that. So we are going to go to the next set of games, and would you look at that? It's me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm trying to get this centered. Okay. Yeah, so this is an interesting matchup. It's the Hatsune Miku fan club up against Cincinnati Willows. If you have eyes and are not blind, because we have to specify that, you are looking at almost mono dark. You are looking at very mono dark. And when I gave this team a bad ranking in BR, it's on the merit of all of your like physical attackers, special attackers, all of them are dark types, right? Besides, I think Ceruledge and yeah, Ceruledge, and if you want to count Glowking, those are your only two mons that are not great. The good thing, the one thing I didn't mention about Dark Spam is good when you have knockoff users, you have U-turn users, you have full turners, and I think this team actually does that very well. And regardless, because this is like, as I was prepping, I was noting this, regardless of how they did against me, they were going to get bumped up in power rankings, like, regardless. Because this team just looks very, very... There's a lot of threats you have to address, and it can be difficult for a lot of teams, in my opinion. That being said, yeah, Mega Absol looks like it just clicks knock in front of my team. Webs could be scary, but like Venus probably, I have First Impression, I have Draining Kiss, right? So webs maybe aren't the greatest thing in the world. Dragon doesn't really look too scary, but obviously, you know, there's gonna be a Chiyu check. It's either Swampert or it's Hydreigon, so we should err on the side of it's probably Hydreigon, because I've used Chiyu a lot, and usually it's Hydreigon, it's Mega Gyarados, it's Hammy, and it's Arcanine Hisui. Those are really the Chiyu checks we see when playing. So Hydreigon's probably going to be a Chiyu check. Zarude doesn't look bad as a knocker, so probably these two are interchangeable. I like Zarude a little bit better because you could run Scarf, and you could give it an item and have it actually do stuff. Looks really good against Glowking. Not too many good switch-ins, actually, when you really look at it, right? Corva's really the only one. But if it gets knock, you can just U-turn, right? So Zarude actually looks very good. Tank is probably going to have to come just because you need, like, support. You need rocks this matchup. And Swampert, I could see as, like... I could see Swampert coming, but I could also see it coming as, like, a AV mon as well. Like, multiple AV mons this matchup. So, I could see Swampert coming, and you just need rocks, and you bring Tinkaton for it. I love low kicks. I'm a huge low kicks fan, so... and low kicks just looks really good this matchup, right? So... Ceruledge should be fine as like a Chiyu answer. Can sweep in the end game, especially if it gets a weak armor and does something with it. Hoopa Unbound. Hoopa Unbound, where to begin with this mon? This mon was probably the bane of my existence when I was prepping, because yeah, Hoopa looks really good. Hoopa looks very, very good. There's not a lot on my team that can really check it. Glowking doesn't like either of its, or I guess just the dark type stab. Corv doesn't like T-Bolt or coverage. And if I run it physically, obviously Thunderbolt's probably going to come on this mon, and it's going to be run specially. If I run specially, then that screws over the rest of my team for threats like Mega Absols, Rude, Low Kicks, and Cerulege. I mean, I wouldn't really bring Cerulege on it, but like still, right? I would have to game plan something. So Hoopa looks really good. Venusaur, or sorry, I guess going to my team because like Low King is probably going to come as Chilly Reception, and Swampert, like I said, could be AV. So I think personally, when I was prepping for this team, I thought it was going to be Galvantula, Hydreigon, Low Kicks, Hoopa Unbound, Swampert, Glowking. That's what I thought it was going to be. And yeah. Moving on. Cyclozar. Cyclozar does not look bad into my team, or sorry, into their team, as kind of just bulky pivot support, but at the same time, like, it could get knocked off a ton. But at the end of the day, right, Glowking never comes to this match because look at all the shit that's gonna hit it. So Cyclozar probably has to come as just support because this team absolutely needs it. Thundurus looks good as just a cleaner. I don't really see what mons switch into this well, especially if it's running Weather Ball and it's playing, you know, defense. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but like there's no flying resist on this team. Besides Tinkaton, there's no, when you factor in its type, like there's no switch-ins. There's absolutely no switch-ins. So Thundurus looks really good. Chiyu looks pretty good, especially if I can get Hydreigon low, right? Chiyu looks fantastic. Like Specs, Flame Charge, or some kind of shenanigans, right? Chiyu just looks always pretty good. Yes, there's a lot of dark types, but just like Fire Spam looks super good. Against this, Comfey looks very good. It can just get like priority moves. If anyone wants to run coverage, then that could activate a weakness policy and Comfey can sweep. Slitherwing doesn't look bad, it's just revenge kill. Venusaur looks pretty good. Sludge Wave spam, Earth Power spam, Sludge Wave spam and Weather Ball spam looks very good in front of this team. And then obviously having Earth Power for Cerulege or something. Corv looks very good. Corv looks very, very good as just bulky pivot mon. Like this is absolutely essential to my team. I like had to bring this mon. I had to bring it. Slowking, we can skip it. Rune we can skip. And Torkoal is an abuser. Probably has to come because look how much, you know, Sun's pretty good against this team. So let's get into this team and you guys will notice something is a little off, right? You guys will notice. Went to the wrong scene. You guys will notice, where's Chiyu? Where's Chiyu? Where's the other mon you were talking about? Where's Corv? I left them at home. I think the dog ate it. Yeah. It was kind of a last second change. I think I changed Corv to Cyclozar. And I changed Chiyu to Venusaur. I think those were my two changes. These four were the mons I always was gonna bring, and then it was just adjusting Venu and Cyclozar. So I felt like Venu, I mean, you're gonna see like this is just wild team. And Cyclozar I liked better as kind of a Spidef tank, but like I didn't expect Hydreigon, or no, I didn't expect I didn't expect Seru to come. I did not expect Tinkaton to come because I figured both of those just looked terrible against Sun and Chiyu specifically, but they both came. So we do not fear God, so that is good to know. And then Hoopa Unbound and whatnot. So if I had to remember what I lead, I probably just lead Thundy because it just looks incredible. And then they probably just lead Tink to get up hazards early. Or Hoopa. Hoopa doesn't... Hoopa's fine too. But I probably just U-turn on this, right? Yeah, I click U-turn. Torkoal to bring in the Sun. I am, as you will see, I'm eject button. So I want to make sure I can get my threats in. Venu is actually a very fun Venu set. This is growth, but it's physically offensive and it just does a crap ton to this mon, so we live. Probably should not have risked it. I really wanted to go for EQ here. I really was debating it, and I probably should have went with EQ there, so that's on me. And I also wanted to switch there, but I couldn't cancel in time. But I have Torkoal back out. They went for fake out, probably misclicked. I get my rocks up because I'm a good draft league player. I thought eject button Torkoal was anti-Poltergeist check. Yeah, it was. Eject button Torkoal was specifically, I wanted an item on Torkoal, but I wanted to make sure that I had something for Ceruledge because my team looks horrible against Ceruledge. So yes, keen eye. Yeah, this was definitely prep for Poltergeist. So I bring in Psychozar here. I think I was like, oh, I'm gonna live whatever attack. Nope, they just killed me. I think I was not even AV. I'm usually AV Psychozar, but I was not AV this time. But I get a free U-turn. They are not weak armor, so this is Flash Fire Ceruledge, which is crazy. I tried making a crazy double here, and unfortunately it brings out Hoopa. Yeah, I didn't think Ceruledge was coming, but because I'm a great draft league player and I'm really smart, I was like, well, I should prep for it anyway. So I do that a lot where I'm like, I don't think this mon is gonna come. There's one matchup I had where I was like, Metagross looks crazy into my team, and I showed my friend it, and my friend was like, dude, Metagross looks horrible into your team, and I was like, oh. And I prepped like 3 mons for it. So yeah, I do stupid things. I do stupid things. And but in my opinion, it's best to be prepared in case, because something like weak armor Saru could have been good, which is something I noted. I just didn't think it would come. But like, you can only bring 6, and if 8 mons look good into you, you should probably prep for those 8 mons that look good into you. So that was kind of my rationale. But yeah, I bring in Comfy. I did not think this would do 88, and at this point I'm playing off chokes. That is why I click sub, because if they let me get a sub, I'm pretty much just chilling. I can get a growth off and B+2 and whatnot. So that's pretty good. They let me get this, which, you know, thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And I get my Slitherwing in, and I reveal, yep, it's Spadef Slitherwing for reasons we don't know. Ceruledge is gonna pick up the kill. Thundurus comes in. Crunch is a 2-shot no matter what. Bitor Blade doesn't do enough, and Crunch is gonna pick up the kill. But they can just go low kicks, and my favorite Pokemon can first impression me. I have Protect on like half of my Pokemon, and that was like the one Pokemon I didn't have Protect on. I had Protect on Slithering, I had Protect on Venusaur, I had Protect on Comfy, I think. I had Protect on Psychozar. I didn't have Protect on Thundurus. Whoever I think Torkoal is the other one I didn't have it on. But yeah, good game. Very good game. This definitely revealed some things to me, so I'm happy with the result, because I did not play this well and I didn't deserve to win, and I didn't win. So but yeah, big win. Definitely put some respect on this is the Mikus, right? Yeah, put some respect on the Mikus. All right. But yeah, moving on to the next game. And I didn't mess up this time. It is the Soaring Chomps versus the Portland Palafin. So this is a very intriguing matchup. It's Rain versus just Bulk City on this side, right? Like Goldango is Bulk. Vish looks very strong. Yeah, Scarf Vish looks crazy into this team. Scarfish absolutely looks insane. You really only have Noivern as like a quote-unquote check, and that's just to be either Scarf or probably just to be Scarf, so that you can outspeed it and get the Drakes off. I don't know if it naturally outspeeds, but I'd imagine you would have to be Scarf Noivern. But yeah, Vish looks crazy in Rain, so Pelipper has to come. Um, Torn probably has to come because how I did my team, I had Prankster Sunny Day on Thunderous, and that was Heat Rock. So I assume something similar is going to happen this matchup, so probably that. Ludicolo looks good into Pally, looks good into Gliscor, looks good into Gold, good into Drapion. Really just looks... Yeah, it might be Ludi. It might be Pally, Ludi, Draco, Bolt, Swampert, Torn. I don't like Archaludon because Infernape could be special, Goldango can click Shadow Ball, Gliscor clicks EQ, and it absorbs the Electric Shot. So I think these, I'm pretty confident these 6, but Vish just looks crazy. I don't know what stops it, to be honest. The one thing missing from this team is like easy rock support, besides like Galarian Corsola, but like, yeah. On the other side of things, what really looks good? I personally think Palafin looks great. Palafin in Rain is a monster, and I don't want to hear otherwise. 160 base attack, no resist, mind you, because this, like Barraskewda, pure water type, Jet Punch is resisted. In Rain, it is boosted, so it's neutral. This one is neutral against Barraskewda, against against Archaludon, against Raging Bolt, against Pelipper, right? It is neutral against these mons. And it gets bonuses against Torn, it gets bonuses against Kilowattrel, it gets bonuses against Corsola. So I feel like Palafin is just super good this matchup. Infernape obviously probably not going to come because look at this team. Noivern though looks insane as just Draco spam, or just Scarf. You need something for Vish. Vish just looks crazy good. Gliscor doesn't look terrible. I could see like Spadef Gliscor for Raging Bolts, because I don't know how this team really deals with Raging Bolt other way, in a different way, or like AV. I should say AV Hands actually looks very good into this team. And it can, you know, set up a Palafin, it can set up a Scarf Dango if that, or sorry, set up a Noivern, Scarf Noivern. Dango doesn't look horrible, it doesn't look great either. Yeah, Gold looks fine, but I think War Turtle needs to come. I think Thwacky might need to come. Like there's no water resist on this team, so I'm kind of afraid. But I think Noivern looks great. I think Palafin looks great. I think I would probably run Gliscor, and then Thwacky, War Turtle, Iron Hands. So I'd run those, and then I'd run, who did I say? Torn, Vish, Bolt, Swampert, Ludicolo, Pelipper. So this is what I think is gonna happen. What actually happened, ladies and gentlemen? Not that. Gold game, no Palafin, no Palafin. No Palafin, no War Turtle. T-Spice actually looks fantastic though, so I don't mind that. But yeah, Noivern has to come, so I don't mind that. But on the other side of things, no Vicious Rend. That is crazy. Vicious Rend just kills this whole team, but sure. And you have switches to Draco, so whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Noivern looks crazy this matchup. Now that there's no Vicious Rend, like, who actually 1v1s this mon? Like, as long as chip happens, like if Rocks goes up early, I don't know how like this team doesn't win like on the spot. So I'm kind of still favoring this team, but I think if Rain gets out of hand, and they will lose. But we have Pelipper, Drapion lead, which is pretty standard. I guess T-Spikes are going. Oh, Sunny Day. Okay. Okay, Sunny Day is going up. T-Spikes goes up on turn. Torn comes in, obviously it's probably Prankster Rainy Dance. Taunt comes out, so T-Specs can get removed. On a bleak wind, takes 55. Sunny day is great. Bleak wind, so you just let it go. I don't like that. I think going gold is probably a little bit better. But whatever. Iron Hands comes in. Ice Punch is a good big round. Did you T-Punch? Just drained. I like Ice Punch a little bit better, or I like Thunder Punch a little bit better. Either one of those looks good. I don't like Volt Switch there. I don't see why Volt Switch should come out. I think Ice Punch should still come out, like on the side, but yeah, Iron Hands looks incredible this matchup. So Iron Hands will technically Drapion picks up the kill. Nice little double there to get the stamina boost, but if this is AV Hands, which it looks like, this should live pretty comfortably, yeah, and then Drain Punch comes out, or Volt Switch comes out. I don't like Volt Switch just because, you know, if you were getting gold, I don't like this. I'm not a fan of this. You're letting gold take so much to get a para. I think that is not a great play. I think if you, I don't know how much Hands does, but like, I think that's a very passive play, and this is AV, so Electro Shot is 2-turn. We're going Gliscor, right? We're not going Gliscor, okay. So this is gonna hit and kill, so you lose your best mon, so I don't know how this is recoverable. You don't have hazards up. That was just a misplay. That was just a really bad play. Thwacky on Ludi, sure. Does it have Sunny Day as well? Oh my god. Why does every Pokemon have Sunny Day? Okay. U-Turn's gonna pick a big chip though. Iron Hands, yep, it's AV. It is definitely, most certainly AV. T-Punch, 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 T-Punch. No, you don't have T-Punch. Ice Punch. Ice Punch, Ice Punch, whatever. Finally rocks get up, but it's just gonna not defog. Okay, so we are up. Oh, that's a toxic miss and a half. That's a bad toxic on us. Protect comes out. Yeah, I don't know how you win this game from here. I mean, I guess if it takes 28, I think I see. Oh, you just let that happen. Oh, well, now I see the win con. You don't need Hands. You just need a Torn down. But also this mon looks crazy good. So maybe it is over. Unless this is a def Gliscor. Also, running Toxic when you have T-Spikes is crazy behavior in my opinion. But sure. Gliscor, you should sack Iron Hands. We're gonna sack Thwacky. Okay. Okay, so this is running EQ. So, I think they actually could have won. Ludicolo dies, Pelipper. It's close. It's close. I think if it's Eviolite Thwacky, I think it should live. But yeah, no. That is crazy. I'm probably could have just used the fact that half the team has Sunny Day is kind of funny, but I probably could have just used my entire thing. Yeah, 100%. I think they weren't expecting. I think he wasn't expecting the fishy boy to not come in this matchup. And because of that, he got to use Noivern in a weird way. But also, I think what you also have to realize is, yeah, I 100% agree. I don't know why Noivern is running Sunny Day. Like, I would expect Thwacky, I would even expect Gliscor and Drapion and whatnot to be running Sunny Day. Why is Noivern? Like, were we not thinking of Reggie, or not Reggie, were we not thinking of Vicious Renboy? Were we not thinking of the mon that gets, what, 160 base power move? Plus rain, plus stab? were we not thinking of that guy? I don't know. I don't know. Tough way to lose, because this probably could have been either a 1-0 loss or a 1-0 win if things went your way. But unfortunately that's how the cookie comes. So, yeah, the Thwacky switch was crazy. This should not have happened. This should not have happened. I understand protect here. I understand this 100%, right? I understand why that happens. You should be going Iron Hands. What does Iron Hands do the rest of the matchup, right? Sack Iron Hands, you get in this mon, right? Clicks protect on Weather Ball. EQ always kills. Oh, whoops. EQ always kills. EQ would kill. Joe Scarf Norman probably outspeeds most of us. Yeah. Yeah. That's the issue with Rain, is a lot of Choice Scarfers. And this team doesn't really have fast Swift Swimmers. And they don't really have priority Aqua Jet, like, as a reliable thing. But regardless, yeah. Also, letting Raging Bolt probably should have won. I forget which turn it was, but there was one of these turns where I was like, I think it was this turn. I think when this goes down, I'm like, okay, so we're going Raging Bolt. We're gonna go Raging Bolt, right? And then Pelipper comes out, and I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. But regardless, not bringing Palafin was a choice. Definitely. Definitely. I think Palafin absolutely is really good in this matchup. So, moving on. Moving on. Spent enough time. Also, after this match, I think 2 more matches were played where they just ran it back. Both times, Palafin was brought, and guess what? He won. Well, it needs win, so what will the next score? Yeah, that was the thing. But if it was like Draco, I don't know. I was not really thinking, to be honest. Bad brain. Up next. Let me get it. All right. We have the Slashers. I think this was actually my #1 team. Or they were really high up. I don't remember. That was like a week ago, right? That didn't happen. We have the Coney Cats up against the Staten Island Slashers. I love the Slashers. I really like this team. Maybe not against this team. Mega Gallade actually looks amazing. Holy crap. Mega Gallade actually looks crazy. This should lead. Mega Gallade should lead. I don't know what switches into a CC on this team. Florges doesn't. Orthworm doesn't. Dipplin is the only switch in. Oh my god. Dipplin is actually the only switch into a CC. That is crazy. Hey, that's you. Yeah. Mega Gallade looks absolutely absurd. I don't know. Like, obviously Sneasler can outspeed. Obviously, there's Rillaboom priority. There's T-Spikes. Like, this team is Conan Cats, man. Every year it's something with this team. Every year there's some kind of looks dumb, and it somehow puts in the work. So Dipplin 6-0. Dipplin easily 6-0s. What are we talking about here? Dipplin actually looks good though. I did. That was the first match. I don't remember the time. Maybe like 10 minutes in. 10 minutes in. 7 minutes in. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Anyways, Coney Cats. Actually, Dipplin looks crazy. Dragalge's really the only thing that can do well against it. Yes, Gramble's here. No, it's not coming. So we don't need to think about Gramble. Also, yeah, Dipplin is the greatest Pokemon of all time. Like, it's not a might. It's just a fact, you know? It's just a fact that Dipplin is the greatest Pokemon of all time. But nevertheless. And you put it in grassy terrain, so you're just... And you have Ninetales for growth. Oh my god. Did you guys know Diplin actually gets Grassy Glide? Isn't that crazy? Um, anyways, yeah, Mega Glade looks crazy. Diplin looks actually crazy against this team because there's not a lot that can actually just kill it, right? Like, Triple Axle is really the only thing on Mega Glade. If, I think Protein's allowed, right? So Protein, Ice Beam, Greninja kills it. Delibear's not coming. Miltank is probably not running coverage for it. Zarina, probably not. Yeah, Zarina, I don't think it's running coverage for it, to be honest. I think it's just U-turn bot. Gramble, I don't think comes, and then Dragalge, obviously, Sludge Wave. But even then, like, you have a Celesteela that walls it, right? So I'm not too concerned. I just think this team is really squishy, to be honest. But I did see this match, but it also happened a while ago, so I don't remember a lot of it. So yeah. I know Zarina also has triple axle. It's just, why would it run it, right? It would probably have to be. It would have to have 4 moves. It would have to have 1 for spin because you're going up against Glamora. It has to run probably recovery, or recovery / U-turn. Probably Power Whip, just as like stab. And then your last move, you can really run anything, but probably Knock is the best thing you could run because you want to get rid of Celesteela item, Diplin item, Rillaboom item would be fantastic, right? Well, I guess not Sneasler. Florges item would be great, right? So Orthworm item would be great. So I'm just saying, I know it gets triple axle, but like this matchup, I don't think it runs it because you have a Mega Glade, you have Greninja, you have, you know, all these things, right? If if Greninja and Mega Glade don't come, then obviously Zarina is running triple axle, but I'm assuming both of these mons are coming, and I know both of these mons actually came, but these 2 mons look fantastic. Lando T looks great as just pivot. Checks Rillaboom pretty nicely, checks Sneasler pretty nicely if it's Scarf, or really if it's just max defensive, right? Sharp looks really good into this team. Oh my god, Sharp looks really good into this team. Dragalge is like the only thing that can really check it. Like, Zarina, maybe, but like, it gets Ice Fang, right? It gets Ice Fang, Strong Jaw. So Sharp actually, Mega Sharp looks really good. It's just endgame on, so you just need to obviously get rid of some of this, but like, with Chip, Mega Sharp just looks crazy. But obviously you have to get there, and that's what I worry about, right? If Staten Island plays very aggressively, I feel like they should be able to win it, just because get up rocks and then you turn out. I think you should be fine. If Rillaboom's the lead, maybe you go Zarina, right? And we could just go from there, but if I had to guess, probably Diplin, probably Celesteela, probably Rillaboom. Probably Sharp from that. Sneasler doesn't look horrible. Hazards look fine, but there's so many cleaners that it's kind of like, Florges looks good for Gren. I don't really see what the other, yeah, I think you kind of have to bring Florges for Gren, because I don't see what the other alternative is. And then Ninetales, maybe it's just Sneasler. I don't know. Maybe it's just Earthworm, because yeah, this team is Lando weak, so I mean, you do have Celesteela, but it doesn't really make it knocked, whereas Earthworm is fine with it. So yeah, I'd probably say that. And on this side of things, like I said, I already kind of said it, but Gren, Glade just look really good as breakers. Lando T looks phenomenal. Probably Zarina. I don't think Miltank comes. I don't really like it. I don't really know what it does. Aegislash is just good. Good Pokemon, and then Dragalge, because respectfully, these 4 mons just don't look good this matchup, like, in my opinion. I don't know what Delibird does, man. I don't know what Knuckle Stack does either when there's a Rillaboom, Diplin, Scoville, and staring down at it, Mega Sharp staring down at it, so. But yeah, I would probably have to guess that. And that is what I guessed here, and Sneasler instead of... I said this, I said Boom, Florges, Earthworm. So Sneasler instead of Earthworm? Yeah, Sneasler instead of Earthworm. which is fine. Which is fine. Let me adjust you to scene, right? It's scene? Yeah. Alright. Main Glade probably, or no, sorry. Lando should probably be the lead on this side. Rillaboom should be the lead on this side. Get a free knock if you are the, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's a choice too. And now you get Rillaboom in, but it's gonna knock, right? Or U-turn, that's something. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. I can see why, because, like, this could be ran special, and it's kind of annoying, and Greninja looks crazy. Yeah, it's kind of just fodder. So, yeah, I get it. I get that. Why did this outspeed? Oh, automatize. I was like, what? Letting Rillaboom go down this early is kind of unfortunate. You're getting sharp, though, which is nice. Crunch. U-turn. So no Rocky Helm is something. Dragalge, Ice Fang, I like staying in there. I think that's a very good play. And then switching here is fine. They didn't predict. I think Flamethrower, I think I probably would have, yeah. I think your early game wasn't that great, just because, I think you let off not well. And that kind of put you in a weird spot, and then also you just kind of missed twice in a row, which is crazy. But I think, like, you needed Boom, but you didn't need Boom. You know? Like, Boom looks amazing, but... Okay, well, losing Steel is kind of unfortunate, because you need more chip, right? You need chip on Aegislash specifically, but you're getting chip on Galgy, so it's like... Ice Fang, Flinch, Freeze. Okay, well that kind of matters a little bit, because Draco probably does a crap ton, or I think it gets Bolt, right? Bolt does a crap ton too, so pretty lucky there. Low kick comes out. Eiffel Tower, yeah, it's mixed, or it's sorry, whatever. Yeah, Gren looks like a huge problem. Sneasler, oh my god, this one is crazy. Diplin comes out, the goat. I think that's a throw. Why are we not gunking? Why is gunk not the play? I don't like this. The only way you lose this game... Oh my god, it's growth. It's actually growth. The only way you lose this game is Aegislash gets chipped and Zarina gets chipped. And now you already put Greninja into this game, or sorry, you already got Greninja chipped. So the only way you lose this game now is Zarina gets chipped and Aegislash gets chipped, and now you're just putting yourself to get Aegislash chipped. I don't really understand this one. And Diplin's gonna be the GOAT, and it's gonna set up, and it's gonna detail, which is free because nothing really switches in that well. Nothing on the special side, at least. You get the knock here, but it's Sticky Hole Diplin, and Diplin got a kill. We're so back, baby. Glade comes in, but this, if it's not Axel, I don't think it kills. Yeah. Like, yeah, it's not. I don't know why it's not Axel. I don't know why it's not Axel. But it's just gonna keep poison jabbing. One of these probably should have done it, but like, now Sharpedo looks crazy. And now you're letting Zarita get chipped. I don't get it. I don't get it. You're not Ice Beam. You're not Ice Beam on any Pokemon. Yeah. If you don't have anything for Diplin, I don't see how. Like, King Shield there is a little bit passive too. I would have loved Automize there. But yeah, Mega Sharp just looks crazy now. Cause you let Zarina take chip. Like, I don't like it, man. I don't like it. Crunch crit. I don't know if that mattered. I'm sure you'll let me know, but yeah, there was probably should have lost. It's long for Aegislash to come back in after getting dragged out. Yeah. Yeah. Because at that point, Aegislash is now not really relevant in this game, right? It was still at like 50, right? How How much does this do? Clench was a roll. Should have Ice Fanged. I don't know if that actually does more or not, but probably equal. But even if it doesn't kill, you still have Diplin. So like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it mattered. Maybe it didn't. But yeah, it's at 67, so it's not like it's that much. I think U-turn should have been clicked here. I absolutely think U-turn should have been clicked here. I think it was a throw to just to knock here. Or no, even if you do this, I think the Egg Slash also has Sticking Shield to crunch 100%, but it couldn't have. It couldn't have. That's why I think Automize was a better play, because at the very least you do something, right? And you know it has to protect. So regardless, right here, Egg Slash should come out, click Shadow Ball to kill, and the game is probably over. And we don't have to go through this hoopla. So, well, actually, no. I think either way they probably lose, right? Well, no, because Arena's healthy. No, yeah. And it was main problem because it couldn't let Sharp intimidated. Yeah. Yeah, and once that went down, yeah, 100%, 100%. But yeah, I don't, like, this didn't need to get chipped. This didn't need to get chipped. Oh, wait, no, you're right. You're right. This should have clicked King Shield here. Yeah, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. It should have clicked it there. Should have clicked it there. Because then Zar lives. Well, no, Zar doesn't live because... Zar doesn't live. Because, crit goes through negative, so... But still, that should have been the right play. Regardless, that should have been the right play. But, yep, definitely a match of all time. Definitely the match of all time. And Blahaj and Dip are the GOATs, so... yeah. Moving on. Still got 3 more matches to go. I'm going very, very much slower. What is this, like an hour? We're still 3 more, whatever. We have the Seattle's. Oh, this is gonna be a quick one. Yeah, which it probably shouldn't, because it needs water coverage. It needs water and dark stab, and then it needs Ice Fang for the it needs Ice Fang for Trigalgy. So, and for Zarina. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. We have the Seattle Starmies up against the Hero Hunters Requiem. Yeah, so this is a matchup I was looking at while I was putting it in. These remaining matches are matches I have not seen. I've only somewhat seen the results, but even then I don't know who... the only one I know is this game is who does what. The rest I'm pretty sure I don't know. So, yeah, Weavile looks very good. Weavile looks good as a knocker. Iron Moth looks crazy. Ice Fang is only straight. Yeah, but it's like it's still stronger, you know. And it's only 5% less accurate. But plus, what else are you gonna run, right? Psychic Fangs there. Then you don't have anything for whatever. Point being. I don't know why I said point being like it won the argument, but regardless, Starmie looks very... I mean, all of these mods actually just look really good into this team. Togekiss looks fine as a bulky wall, because it can be a bulky wall, I think. Unless I'm mistaking its Spadef for its defense, but even then, like, you could just run max defense. Because what really is good into this mod, right? Rotom Wash probably has to be bulky pivot. Iron Moth just looks crazy. Scarf Iron Moth just looks crazy. Or like Flame Charge Iron Moth looks crazy. You have a Mawile check with Sinistra or Steel, right? Because even if this like sucker punches or tries to do shenanigans, Registeel has Earthquake, it's probably going to click it. And it can take a couple, but it's not going to be able to take a lot. But Hazard Sack looks really good against this team. Chomp should be bulky, defensive. But yeah, I think Moth, Chomp, Kiss, Registeel, Weavile. If it Sucker Punches, I mean, you could probably run a, what is it? That prior upper hand. You could probably run upper hand with Weavile. And then I think Starmie looks just fine. It's like a mon that can kind of spin, or maybe Sinistcha if you're really thinking you need bulk and whatnot. But these 7 are the ones I would probably consider. Moving on to this side, Bundle looks pretty good actually. Bundle, surprisingly, I mean it's Iron Blunder, right? We know it's gonna miss a Hydro Pump or something, so. But it actually looks not bad. I think Life Orb Bundle just cooks this team for the most part. Weavile obviously looks fine against it, but Weavile just looks really good as a breaker. I don't know what switches into that mod. I don't know what switches into it. Like Blunder has to hit a Hydro, and like what are we thinking on that? So Surf doesn't look great. Gouging Fire looks fine. You're probably gonna have to run bulky Gouging Fire, to be honest. Like max defense, because I don't know what else you would run. Clodsire, I completely forgot Clodsire is here, but Clodsire's here. So maybe Unaware Clodsire for Moth. Yeah, actually Clodsire kind of shuts down Moth, but you have Garchomp, so it's like, yeah, no, I don't think it. No offense, but yeah, I don't know how you actually lose this matchup, because it's literally just, it's a simple game plan. It's just get rid of Claude and then Moth sweeps, right? And then Gouging needs chip. Wow, that's actually, I don't know how you stop that. I think you just have to make crazy plays and make crazy predictions. Like I don't know how you stop that. So let's move on to the match. So it's Claude, Mega Wall. Why is Toad School here over Rotom Wash? Why are we doing this? Why? And we have Volbeat. Why is it disrespectful Volbeat? Volbeat instead of Sinistcha or Registeel. Yeah, instead of Registeel. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be super real. I don't know. Okay, and we're leading Volbeat too. Clodsire, why are we protecting? Why is protect the turn 1? What is this spawn gonna do to you? Use like Strict Shot? I can't T-Wave. I don't like that. Get up a Hazard, man. Get up Rocks. Yeah, because you're gonna get Encored. Get up a Hazard, man. Are we gonna, it takes 67, 6, okay, now we're getting the hazards, but it's like, and then this comes in, so probably split death. Psychic, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Gouging Fire does not 1v1. Since I don't know why we're trying that one. This is probably Unaware Claude. I don't know how you want to be. This is probably Defog Volbeat, so yeah. Fix Zoom. Oh, thank you. Okay. Sorry about that. So gouging. Yeah, and then they debug. Okay. Why are you letting this thing get T-Wave? Why are we not going Toad School? What is Toad School doing this matchup? I don't like this, man. I don't. And then we just side-fang for no reason. Like, Sinistcha doesn't even have to do anything. Flurba's tanks. And guess what? Guess what it's gonna be after? It's doing a strength sap. I don't like this, man. I don't like this. Claude comes in, but it's like, yeah, you can just quick Shadow Ball. And then you go Chomp here, right? Yeah. Rocks go up, but it doesn't matter too much, because you're probably running boots on all that shit. Scale Shot. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess we're deciding to win now. So, Bundle comes in. Obviously gotta go into something else. Full beat tanks. Clodsire on the 2-wave. Cool, cool, good defog. U-turn. Back into Chomp on rocks. Yep. Mawile? Why is Mawile coming in? What? That's crazy you don't get punished for that. That's actually insane you don't get punished for that. That is a crazy, crazy play. And it's Toxicule Brelum. What the hell? Mach comes out and it's a red card, which makes sense because of its... Oh, okay. Roost on SD. On Play Rough, yeah. Oh my god, that did not tank as well as I thought. Flamethrower does half though. Burn! Crazy burn because you live. You can roost now on SP. What was that? Wish? Okay, Wish. Unfortunate hacks, but you're also playing against Kiss, so... yeah, you are here before your battle. Nice little air slash shenanigans right now. Wish, bring in Chomp. Doesn't this mon just click Scale Shot? When do we click Scale Shot and win the game? When do we click Scale Shot and win the game, man? Bundle? Why would you go bundle? Are we trying to lose? What? Why did you let this one get chipped? Yeah, now Scarf Moth comes in. Whatever, Cork Drive. What are we doing? What are we doing? Clodsire comes in, is this like psychic? Oh no, we're just going Chomp. Fair enough, fair enough. Safe play. Safe play. Why are we Protect? I don't understand why we're Protect. I don't understand that. Yeah, SD's pretty free, and this mon just looks like it 6-0s. Do I need to play this out? Do we need to play this out? It's just gonna click EQ. Scale Shot, sure, whatever. Probably loaded dice. EQ. Yeah, I don't understand the decisions. There has been, I forgot to mention, but some teams have made transactions, and this team definitely made a transaction. Breloom and Toadschool are traded, I believe. Sorry, Breloom and Clodsire are traded for Heatran and Sock, which is a lateral trade if I've ever seen one, so I don't know how much that will help, and this team is still pretty ground weak, so yeah. Chomp just wins. I don't it's a very predictable battle, in my opinion. Moving on. We have the College App Cubs up against the Tapus. So, I want the center, man. I want to get the center. The Cubs, Tapus don't look good in this matchup. Unless you run physical Tapu, but even then, or like mixed Tapu doesn't look bad. Actually, physical Tapu looks pretty good. This is like play rough, obviously, but like Wild Charge, Brave Bird looks fine. U-turn to pivot. Could work. Maybe you bring Roost for it. I don't know. Spectre looks fine. Maybe it's Scarf just to outspeed some shit. Shadow Ball looks fine against most of this team, to be honest. I imagine it's like this 6. I imagine this 6, maybe Blissey, but I don't see a world in which it wouldn't be this 6. Maybe you bring Swirlix for whatever it's called. Hazards and webs. There we go. Spectre just looks really good though. Like if you get rid of Tapu and if you get rid of both Tapus, it looks fine. Probably only one's gonna come, and I don't see... Blue doesn't look great because you don't want to enable Kartana, and it doesn't do anything against Moltres, so unless it's running Stone Edge. I think you get Stone Edge, right? Coco Lucha looks pretty good though. Mega Metachan looks fine. I think it's knock, right? This team has to run knock. It has to run some knockers because I don't see how this team makes progress otherwise. So for that reason, I think it's probably Tapu, Luch, Cham. Thorns looks not terrible. It's just like a breaker. Do you have any way of dealing with Kartana? Holy shit, who's your Kartana check? Probably Belly Bolt and Zone is what my guess would be, though I'm not really confident with this. I'm not really confident. I can see a spot throw coming. It's just like protect. Maybe you can do something against Spectre. I don't know. That's a tough matchup, but I think it's this 6, and I think it's whatever I said. So we'll see. We'll see. Let me do it this time so that we don't gotta. Wow. Okay, both Tapu's game. Iron Thorns did come, which I think is right. Alola Chew is interesting. I don't know if I like it because you already bring out Lucha, so I'd rather you have like a Belly Bolt or something, some kind of check. I guess Bulu does make sense. I don't know what I was talking about. Bulu makes sense because Zygarde. No Moltres. Makes sense, obviously, but like, I still think I like this side a little bit more just because Zygarde just looks so free into the scene. Like, it just clicks. If it ever gets in a sub, like, if it ever comes in on Iron Thorns, like, it's a free sub into a kill. There's, like, let me make sure you understand that. Zygarde comes in and subs, Bulu comes in, no matter what, actually. Okay, let's be fair, like, Bulu comes in, yeah, no, Zygarde can't do anything. Zygarde could be, like, sub-glare. Like, Zygarde always forces progress onto this team. So, Diancie looks fine. Cart, I love you, Cart. Blissey looks fine, just because, you know, there's Alola Chew and, Tapu Koko if it's special, so it's fine. And then I imagine either Zygarde or Savali will be defensive, but very interesting. I don't really know what to think because these two teams are very strange looking against each other, so I don't really have too many thoughts, but we'll see how this goes. So Cart on top, that's not a good start. Taunt? Why was that clicked? Reflect, Light Clay, Tapu Koko? Why are we doing Blissey? I guess we force in Lucha, but like, now Lucha's an SD. Is this Terra Fly? Yes, it's Fly. Like, Acro's gonna do a lot, Toxic's, yeah, this is stall. This is just stall. Okay, yeah, it is. Actually, it's just stall. But is Reflect? Okay, so it is Light Clay. Double Protect is crazy. Triple? Okay, no, we're not that crazy, I guess. We're not that crazy, just a double. Is this Protect? No, it just lives. Sash Kartana, I love it. Tailwind, I love it for speed control. I love it. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. Kartana's actually doing something. Oh, this is fake out. Never mind. Never mind. Kartana's not doing anything. Diancie comes in though, it gets a free Moonblast, right? Oh, you didn't Terra. Okay. Okay. I like not Terraing. I like it. Zydog comes out. On Bulu is crazy. On Bulu is crazy. I guess we're just not feeling Zygarde today. I don't know. Recoiling. Okay. I guess we just lose Zygarde. Doesn't even glare or anything. Okay. Spectre comes in for free. Shadow Ball, so I guess that was the plan. Issues that Coco always comes out. Raichu comes out after that. Or... oh. Okay, and we're sub. Yeah. Taunt does go through sub now. Holy shit, that's a great set. What a set. I think that wins. Oh my god. That's a crazy bring. It breaks sub, right? Ooh, wait, I like that too. So loaded die? Loaded die. Wow, good tech, good tech. Cart, though, outspeeds. Second word kills, because Cart's the GOAT. And Cart might just win. Cart might just win. Fake out, so this is being sacked. What? 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 What was that play? What was that play? What? Why did Megacham leave? Am I stupid? Doesn't this mon just win? Are you have to be Psyshock, right? No, what? What was Raichu? What was Raichu anticipating? Who's the switching? And now Metachan just takes HP when it doesn't need to. CC, and now it's just, I think that's GG, because I don't... Yeah, you always have fake out. I mean, this is faster. Okay, this is close. This is really close. You have to fake out here. You have to fake out here. Fake out comes out, so that's big. Yeah, now it comes down. Now it comes down to a speed tie. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Why did this? Why did what? Why is this so bulky? Am I crazy? Why is this bulky? Like, it's 150. It's 150 SPDF. Or sorry, 150 HP SPDF. Why did it take that? Really? Are you like max HP? Max special attack? Diancie? Like, what is going on? What the hell? What are we... Bullet Punch wins! Exactly! Are you not BP on this? Like... I don't understand this. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand what the Metachip set was supposed to be. I don't understand what the Coco set was doing. I don't understand why it taunted turn 1. And not U-turn or set up reflect. Why was taunt clicked and then Lucha? Okay, let's go. Let's just keep going to the last game. So this is the last game we have in store. Not really a store, right? This is just a YouTube channel. So, anyways. We have a very interesting match. We have a very interesting match. Lisa Sarah, shout out. Up against the New Jersey Jellison. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. College outcomes. Yeah, sure. Yeah. We'll see. That team is weird. That's a weird team. CSS Sarah, I think I rated this team very high. I think they were second for me or third. Taking on New Jersey Jellisons, who I think I ranked 5th or 6th. So very high level opponents. Landers looks crazy, by the way, especially if it's mixed. Yes sir. Mixed Lando looks very scary. Very, very scary. EP looks crazy. And then if you have like, I don't know, Brick Break. Even if it's just U-turn, to be honest. If it's just U-turn, like, that's free on Roaring Moon. I'm a big fan of Scarf Lando. Scarf Lando looks fine this matchup. Not the greatest thing in the world, but it just looks fine. Lele looks... Oh my god, Lele looks crazy into this team. Crazy. Holt is always gonna look good, right? If it's Dragon Darts, and then Power Herb. Phantasm Force, or not Phantasm Force, that's the demon, right? I haven't even played with Seekers. Phantom Force, oh my god, Phantom Force. If it's Pult, Phantom Force, that could be something for Lele. Lele just looks crazy. I mean, you're gonna have to bring Mega Aggron, and you're just gonna have to hope Focus Blast don't land. Grimmsnarl is probably gonna come as screens, because that is the only thing people who use Grimmsnarl seem to do nowadays. hashtag no creativity, but that's my assumption. Ask out of you and me, right? So I think these two have to come. I think Landers has to come because it just looks crazy. I think Pult has to come. And I think it's just Keldeo Ogrepon C, right? Like, Rotom Heat looks fine, but like, Nidoking looks good. Or Nidoking, sorry, doesn't look good. No, it does. No, Nidoking looks really good too. You just have so many, there's so many offensive threats, man. There's not a Sludge Wave switching on this team. Because you would be like, oh, that's Aggron. Yeah, and then an Earth Power is just gonna do like a clean 75, right? Clean 60 maybe. Yeah, Nidoking looks crazy. I don't know how you prep for it other than like praying and like being bulky Rotom Heat. Yeah, so maybe it has to be this. Yeah, I think it has to be this. Because Ogrepon Cornerstone looks good. Actually does look really good, but Melmetal's here, Hitmontop if it's Intimidate's here, Gligar's here. Yeah, like you have things. On the other side of things, I think Roaring Moon looks phenomenal in so many matchups, but it looks very good as just D-Dance here. Yes, Vacuuming Keldeo is something to consider, but like also you could be Weakness Policy and that would be really funny. Lele also, so haha, definitely thought of that. So I think, let me just auto select these three. These three are coming. Gligar looks pretty good. As just a Lando check, as a Aggron check, gets up rocks, which looks very good on the seams, Brick Sturdy. And its knockoff supports like Rotom Heat, you could get rid of items there. And then Nidoking, like I said, whoops. Oh my god, why are you not selecting? Okay. Nidoking, and then probably just Aloe, I assume, for flip turn. Maybe Hitmontop if you want U-turn, if you want Toxic, if you want... Doesn't get Knock, which is stupid. But if you want Spin, if you want Strong CC, maybe you value Thief on Hole or something. I don't know. I can see Hitmontop coming though. I don't see Electrode coming. I don't see why screens would actually be good. This matchup Slacking doesn't look too great because there's a Pulse that switches in every time and sets up free. So Reuniclus doesn't look great. Yeah, Reuniclus looks horrible. Oh my god, Grimmsnarl, Seeing Quillfish, Lando, can't even set up on. Can't set up on. That's really bad. That's really bad. Okay, so yeah, so these, so I think that's coming. Alright. Oh wow. Wow, this is, I actually got this right. What the fuck? Wait, I got this right. I didn't even, okay, the other games, I put in a lot of these games. I did not put in this game. I don't think I put in this game. Holy, how did I get that right? How did I get that right? Oh my god. Wow, I got both sides right. Put that in the history books. Okay, let me switch it back. I don't want to get yelled at. Okay. Roman looks crazy. I think you just lead Gligar. Or actually, I think you just lead Aloe. I think you just lead Aloe. And you just flip turn. On this side, I think you just lead Grim and you get a... Oh, we're just playing aggressive. Oh, this is just not what I said at all. Okay. And we're Sashing King. So if this gets burned instead, it's rocks. I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay. Scald, is this gonna get burned? No, just unlucky. Unlucky. Grimmsnarl comes in. This is why I love Aloe, because it's a free flip turn. You bring in Melmetal, which is pretty free. Parting Shot comes out. There's not, I mean, Melmetal's a pretty good, or this is a pretty good switch in, because it takes extremely well. Not, it's obviously Boots. Obviously Boots. Rudl, you don't mind that. It's a free knock on something besides obviously Aggron. You take that, you get a free knock. Or Spikes. I guess Spikes is a free knock too. Click Knock. Please click Knock. Okay, we're just not. Entry hazards are really good in this league because there's a lot of teams that are hazard weak. That being said, oh, shout out. Big London. Shout out, shout out. Shout out. But entry hazards are really good. I don't like leading them off, and I don't like dedicating a lead to it, but hazards aren't bad. I don't understand why we had to commit so much for Nidoking. That's an unfortunate miss. I don't know how much it does, but pretty unfortunate. Yes. 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 Sash Nidoking for rocks is crazy when you have a Gligar right here with spikes. Like, I don't understand that. I don't really understand that. 3 volts, it's Aloe, so it takes it extremely well, and you know it's not offensive Rotom. I mean, you already knew that from the Melmetal calcs, but Lele comes in, it's probably Scarf. This is Scarf. This is definitely Scarf, because this is Scarf. Moonblast does a clean 35. It's a Super Tech. Alright, I'm gonna trust. They'll lose the game, yeah. Okay. Heavy Slam, free Scald. You wanna go for a Scald Burn? Okay, flip turn's fine, I guess. Nidoking comes back out. Okay, we're getting some leverage. Predicted. Okay. Let's go. What a predict. I really love that predict, actually. I actually really love that predict. I really like that predict. Because they value Aggron, I guess, for Melmetal. I guess that's what I'm trying to rationalize. And so that was a crazy play. That was a crazy play. Yeah, I don't like Rotom Heat should have came out. I don't know why we're going hard Lando on this for no reason, but like that's a crazy prediction to make, right? If you Ice Beam, but like even if, because you know Aggron's not staying in, right? Like we all know Aggron's not staying in. Why would it stay in? You don't go Lando though. You make a mid ground. It's mid grounds. That's what Pokemon is. I think once you realize Pokemon is a game of mid grounds, it becomes way easier to play, because that Ice Beam, you switch into Rotom Heat, it takes it pretty well, and then you go from there, right? And you sort of save them on, whatever. You just lose, like, even sacking Aggron is a better play. I don't like it. I don't like it. And they predict pretty easily because they kinda can. Yeah, Rotom's probably slower too, so that's what I'm, like, I don't know what their sets were, but obviously, like, I don't know. I'm just trying to say, you could have made a better play. You could have just made a better play than that. Like, not going Lando. Because Lando, you cannot you can't let this mon go down because it breaks the team apart. But I don't know. And they can go for it because they're kind of already playing down him on with Nidoking. Nidoking doesn't really do a lot, so I understand it. Did that do more? I could have sworn that did like 6% last time. How did that do 20? I don't know. Overheat tanks it exceptionally well. It does have Roost again, so it's probably gonna click Roost here, or double. Not a bad double. Light Screen, flip turn. That's why I love Aloe. Melmetal comes in for free, and Rotom Heat's about to die. Oh, that's why. Parting shot. Rotom Heat is about to die. Nice brick break. Didn't really need to flex, but is this like rest? No. Something far more sinister. Something far more sinister. Alright, Nidoking comes back into this game, and it is dead. I don't know why Reflect went up, but yeah, I really don't know why Reflect went up. I really don't. I'm trying to rationalize it here, but like, you want the special attackers in. I don't know. Flip turn. You can bring in Keldeo. You bring, yep, Melmetal's fine. This was going for what, Scalds. Bring in Aloe. Okay. Aggron is a lot. Aggron's a pretty funny. I think it's like T-Bolt, right? It's a pretty goofy mon. Pretty goofy. Nice flip turn. Get Nito back in. I love it. Fine. They don't have a reason to predict, and yeah. So Shadow Ball. This game looks pretty much over, to be honest. I don't really. Okay, hello. This one gets paired once. It's crazy. Alright, Layla is back in. This is obviously going to outspeed, kill, and that's not going to kill, and that kills. So, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, 1 HP Nidoking is crazy. That one got 3 kills. I don't think you brought the greatest set. I don't know how it actually got 3 kills. Like, I watched the game and I saw the kills. How? I'm really, should have been Life Orb. That's all I'm gonna say. Should have been Life Orb. Should have been something. The Ice Beam was so sad. Yeah. No spoilers, man. No spoilers. No spoilers. I haven't seen any of the games, so I try to stay as unspoiled as possible for this, but obviously, like, I go most of the time on Fridays, so, you know. But nonetheless, very, very good week of games. I think if I, you know, had to give some last minute tips, this is just a crazy team to play, I'm not gonna lie. I think this team just kind of hard beats you. The only way I could see this team actually is if you brought... I don't even know. I probably would have switched out Aggron for something, but even then, like, you need that mon. Maybe just Aggron if it was Rest Talk, or... losing Lando like that was crazy. Let me just put it like that. Lando looks very good into this team, so losing it that early was really bad. But I don't know what your Roaring Moon... Like, I know obviously Roaring Moon didn't even come out once, but, like, genuinely, what is the Roaring Moon counter on this team? Like, I don't know. This team just has so much breaking, so it's like, how do you prep for it? But yeah, very good week, nonetheless. A lot of good battles, a lot of transactions were made. I think if I go teams right, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like I said, this is gonna get updated. Like for example, this is the, oh my god, what is their team? Yeah, Scarflele was crazy against their team. This was their team, actually. Yeah, like Scarflele goes insane. They literally don't have an answer for it, so. But nonetheless, oh my god, the Tapu's team, they made a lot of transactions so that they now have like an actual team and not 2 Tapus kind of going crazy. This team actually has a steel type. It has a fairy resist. Oh my goodness, Jirachi, and it's actually a very good fairy resist. And Walking Wake for the Sun matchup, so that's nice for me. Very nice for me, and Vigoroth. And then the Palafin team. Avalugg, Tauros, Miguel Taria, and Talonflame were put onto the team, so we shall see how it goes. I would show you guys the standings right now. Unfortunately, it is already updated, and I don't want to spoil weeks 2 and onwards. Really just week 2, so... No, the rain team did not. So how I originally had this, how I had this originally set up was, I did it in order of teams on the dock. So like, for example, right here was, the Hero Hunters, and then right after them I think was, oh my god, I can't remember their team, but then you can, like the Tapus were 11, this was 14, oh my god, who was 15, the Koni Cats, 15, Portland Palafins, 16, so and then I adjusted it so that we had speed, and yeah. So this is the Portland Palafins. This is the oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is the Ludicolos, and this is the yeah, literally craziest week one matchup, I think. That is such a difficult team. It's why I loved it. It's why it's one of my favorite teams, because it's like, I don't know how you break it. I don't know how you, like, those 3 Mons don't, like, perfect draft plan for it, for those 3 Mons, because it's literally, the plan is literally get them in. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like, Gligar, U-turn, right? Alola, flip turn, right? Like, even fucking Reuniclus gets teleport, right? It gets teleport now. So like, every mon on that team is designed to get those 3 mons in and just beat up a team. Like, that's what I think is so good about it. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Tapus, and then these are some, this is for hero hunters. So but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I will have a graphic next time. Like I said, I kind of threw this all last second. I kind of just winged it, and obviously I put this in here to try and make it at least, you know, put some graphics on. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Have a great one. Love y'all. Week 2 is upon us. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a blast. If you won, you know, keep winning. If you lost, try and get a win, because it's top 8. It's not, we're not doing a loser bracket. We're not doing, you know, constellation. Top 8, and there's only 7 weeks. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for having me. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, I'll see